Yo, what's up? It's your boy RJ in the building, and just a quick thing before the video as well that I forgot to mention in my previous WOD video was that so the WOD Academy is also on Discord as well, in the Naruto community chat that Playco has set up. Me and Playco had words, and he's put a section in there called Ultimate Academy. That's why I said in the last one. So I'm gonna just saying I'm gonna leave, if you're interested and you have Discord as well, and it's more convenient for you rather than being a PlayStation and stuff like that, then I'll put the link in the description below. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk for too long. That's about it. Please enjoy the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment. RGL. So I think what you need to do is kind of recognize what you're doing and what you're not doing, which is what I'm going to help you with. So
Gotcha.
one thing that's very, very, very important, and a lot of people, everybody to be fair, I've had to tell at some point of teaching them, is you need to back off. A lot of people don't back off because they feel like, oh, running away is a skill in itself. It's not easy. A lot of people look down on it because obviously people like that close combat fighting, but you're not running away for the sake of running away. You're backing up to get your resources, i.e. chakra, subs, supports. Yeah. The reason why that's a very, very important to do that is because it's suicide, basically. Now, the aim of when you're fighting is obviously to increase your odds in winning. That's why you pick the characters that you pick. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. The reason why you pick a character that you're good with, or a character that is, top tier, is because you're trying to increase your chances of winning compared to if you pick someone who isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apply that in games as well. So during the match as well. How do you increase your odds winning during a game? Not off of playstyle, just off of like what you see on the screen. But how you increase your odds in winning is you make sure you have more resources than the opponent does, i.e. chakra, subs, and supports. Yeah. So obviously,
Yeah.
if you have no subs and half a chakra bar, and I have half a chakra bar and one sub, I still have more resources than you because we both have both of our supports. Yeah. The reason why playing aggressive is so effective is because you don't allow your opponent to get the resources you need. Do you see what I'm saying? So then it just comes under who's just fundamentally better at aggression. That's not always the way to play. In IE, right? Me and you, I'm gonna be better at aggression than you are, because of that's the skill gap right now. So you need to maximize your odds in beating me regarding I need to get my subs. That is where the defensive play comes in and the backing off. I will not fight you if I'm not ready to fight you. You have to fight in your own time. You have to run the course of the game. If someone else is running the course of the game, your aim is to take back the control. You don't, by taking back the control, I don't mean overwhelming your opponent. I mean making them feel like I don't know what to fucking do. Do you see what I'm saying? You can do that defensively. I'm a defensive player, right? I'm not an aggressive player. I mean, you can play someone and make them feel that way and be defensive in the sense of they can attack you, but if they've not done anything or they're hard to catch you, you're chasing someone, you can't catch them. You're just like, I don't know what to fucking do. Do you see what I'm saying? Even though you're on the offense, the person on the defense who's backing off is still running the course of the game because he's fighting when he wants to fight or not wanting to fight, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That's what is important to increasing your odds in playing. Mentally as well, because people get pissed off because they can't get you, and as well as physically as well, because when you do choose to go in, you're always going in on a higher platform than your opponent. So this is where we go into movement. Yeah, this right here is the best form of movement. Can you tell me why it's the best form of movement? What you're saying is all true. Your guard is weaker and he added on the floor, thus it breaks and less hits. But you're not telling me why this is the best form of movement than doing this. Why shouldn't I do this?
Because I can just dash you, and then the only thing you can do right there is either dash back or counter, I think.
I can counter, I can switch, I can dash. There's options I have. I can drop a support out like this. There's stuff I can do to make myself safe. I make sure you never catch me. But why is it better to do this instead of this? It's very simple. Trust me, I promise you. Once I tell you, you're gonna be like, yeah. Right? It's blocking. You can't block when I'm doing that. If I'm doing that, I can't block. I don't have access to block. I don't have access to block. That's why I said it's so simple, but I don't have access to block when I do that. Blocking is the best thing you can do because it means you're not getting hit. Do you see what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
Blocking is the best thing you can do. So blocking, right? You have access to blocking in that. It's like you said, yeah? When I'm ninja moving, you're limited. You're limited to either a counter or you're limited to either a dash, but you're not limited to blocking, which means that you have to commit to something. Yeah? When you do this, you have to commit to something. If you use a support, you're committing to, that's it. That's our whole support gone. All of it. That's it. So, alright? Like this, you don't have to commit to anything. You can choose to, but you don't have to. Because you got blocking. You got block in your life. You got block. Then obviously, yeah, there's ways to get around it. People double dash like this, and then they'll stop in front of your guard and hit your guard and stuff like that, right? But then that's where mix-ups come in. Do you see what I'm saying? That is where mix-ups come in. Like this, you don't have no mix-ups without committing to anything. You're making them guess while committing to nothing, which is a block. Do you see what I'm saying? They're having to guess now. Oh, you're gonna block. Obviously, if you keep blocking, you keep doing the same thing, then they're gonna follow you and then they're gonna beat you. But if you're good at mixing it up along with this, you mix up the infinite guard, you mix up, jutsu switch, you can mix up depending on who you are, a tilt, depending on who you are, stuff like that. I'm going to catch you if you just run. I might not catch you now. Like, you can try to get away from me right now, but just by walking to the forward. Alright? Like, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to be next to you. There's nothing you can do. Exactly. The person who's chasing is always going to be faster than the person running away. That is so important to know, right? A lot of people go, oh yeah, I know it. It's just typical. No. That's so important to know, because you know what that means? That means that when you're on the offense, you will always catch them.
Yeah.
You just have to do it right. There's a lot more to ninja moving and dashing. You just have to do it right. You can dash part way and then do this. They ninja move to the side. That's fine. If you ninja move away from me, go on. Look, see, if you ninja move away from me, look. Do you feel like you're getting further? Try and get away from me, like, honest to God. Like, try, like, if this is a game and if I can one hit kill you, just try and get away from me, ninja move and everything. So, okay, you're making distance, but am I away? No.
No.
You can try everything you can do. You can ninja move, you can chakra dash back, you can do whatever you want. If you want to, implement your supports. Try and implement your supports and get away from me. Do you see I'm still next to you? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can implement your supports to get away. Don't get me wrong, there are good ways to play defensively, because I do it. Do you know what I mean? Hiding behind this, dashing like this, throwing kunai, getting back, they come close, you do this, you cover the distance. But eventually, you're always going to get to me by just walking to me like this. It will always happen. It's because you're not committing to anything. You're just walking forwards. They're committing to everything. They're throwing the jutsu out, they're jumping, making themselves unsafe, they're throwing chakra jutsu out, they're doing dashes, do you know what I'm saying? But if they then go, well, he's not doing anything, so I'm just going to do this. But I just told you, if it does resort to this, you're going to get close. Then what they're going to do? They're going to start doing it again to get away from you. Or they're going to ninja move to the side. But then what if you decide to dash when they ninja move to the side? I might do this, I might ninja move back, and then you might go, okay, boom, dash. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they have to answer back, counter switch. You know what I mean? If you time it right, where their supports are down, they don't have access to that anymore. You know what I mean? That there's so much you can do just by this alone, that people don't realize that this is the best form of movement. At the end of the day, you're safe because you got access to block. You're not committing to anything. You're not using anything. You're just walking to them. That's it. It might take longer than a chakra dash. That's the only downside. But is it really a downside? A lot of people like it when stuff happens. Do you see what I mean? When stuff isn't happening, they get nervous. They're like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like, should I be waiting or not? Especially if the person's better than you. They're like, should I wait or not? Or what's it good? Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. They don't really know what's going on. I'm not saying this is the only thing you should do and nothing else. Chakra dash is still really good. Ninja move is still really good if you know how to, you know, put it right. But you could easily chakra dash closer and do this. Walk towards them, or you can walk towards them until you get close and then chakra dash here. Do you see what I'm saying? You might do the turbo chakra dash, you do a hit and then you do a dash after. Just like, do you know what I mean? But people forget about this. This is what I'm saying. People forget about this. Don't forget about it. If you implement this to your best way, the best way possible, which obviously I help you with, right? You're going to be very hard to catch and you're going to be very hard to get away from. And then that's how you control the momentum of the game.